Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Lucy and I was a former shopaholic. So these are all of the tips and tricks I use to stop chasing trends and to start building more of a timeless capsule wardrobe with pieces that I genuinely like wearing that are actually going to last. So without further ado, I will jump in. First and foremost, and I think I say this all the time, is to invest in good materials. So that doesn't necessarily mean the most expensive thing on the market. We're talking fabrics. For summer, you're going to want to go for lighter, breathable fabrics. So I really like linen, and then for winter, I like to go for wool and cashmere, maybe merino wool, something that's going to keep you warm so that you don't need to buy a new thing every single season because you realize that your jumper just isn't warm enough. So in terms of good materials, good way to tell is when you see clothes in person, I would recommend having a look at clothes in person rather than shopping online. But have a look at how it's made. Have a look, does it have any loose threads? How's the stitching looking? Because I've seen this on cheaper things but also more expensive items that the stitching is just not very well. Has it got hem or is it raw hemmed? Like, does it look nice? Does it look nice quality? Because again, I found a lot of things, it doesn't matter whether it's more affordable or more expensive items, sometimes they can have really bad stitching, sometimes they can have kind of raw hem and raw edges when you think someone probably should have done that hem rather than just leaving it as is. I'm not talking about shorts necessarily here, talking more kind of, is this tailored enough? Have they done the hems of the sleeves? Have they done the hems of these trousers? Because if they haven't hemmed them, that's just going to come loose very easily. So even if they are well made, they're probably not going to last forever because they haven't got a hem in them. And it's way easier for you to catch that threads on something and kind of pull that out over time. So I check that. Check the actual materials that go into the product. So if you're shopping online, you can see that really easily, but then you can also see that on the label itself for the product. Have a look, is it mainly polyester or has it got a more natural fibre to it? Is it mainly cotton or is it mainly linen? Is it a linen cotton blend? Because I've seen incredibly expensive things that are 100% polyester and they've got the worst hemming you've ever seen, and it's about £200 and it's just not worth it. So definitely just look at the quality rather than just the price tag, because that doesn't always match up, and go for quality rather than quantity or trendy brand. Number 2 is to shop secondhand. This is not a new idea, new concept at all. Vinted is already incredibly popular. I think it's the second most popular retailer of 2025, and that comes after, I believe, Primark. So it's really great that a secondhand retailer is so popular. And I think that we all should be shopping secondhand a lot more. So shopping secondhand allows you to get something of a better quality for that cheaper price point. So not just vintage, you can have a look at local charity shops, you can go to vintage sales. I prefer more charity shops rather than those vintage kilo sales because there seems to be a lot of things going on there, and due to the way that those kind of kilo sales are set out, it's the more things you pick up, kind of the cheaper it feels like it is. And I'm still encouraging just buying what you need rather than just loads and loads and loads. So charity shops, vintage shops, vintage, all great options, and you can get really good deals. Number 3, another one that is not very groundbreaking, it's to kind of prevent you from impulse buying. I am quite a bad impulse buyer. Well, I used to be. I'm very good at seeing something and going, oh my goodness, this is incredible. Wow, I absolutely need this item that I've never thought about before, but because it looks so nice, I simply must have it. I would recommend waiting a few weeks and see if you still want it. That can, again, be really hard, especially if you're in like a secondhand shop or something like that, saying no to that. But I honestly find that I'm more tempted within fast fashion So it's definitely helped me to not buy as much, really just stop and think and go, okay, I don't need to buy it now. I can still buy it. I'm not telling myself no, but I can take a photo of the tag, I can note down the product code, I can try it on, but I don't need to be making any decisions anytime soon. I can take my time. I can think in a couple of weeks, do I still want this product? If I still want the item and it's good quality and it kind of fits in my wardrobe, yeah, I can absolutely say yes to that, but it's just giving myself the time to stop and think rather than rushing into the product, rather than rushing into buying the product. Number 4 is to invest in your basics. So again, this does not mean you have to spend loads and loads of money on these items, but to do with point number 1, really have a look at how good quality these materials are, because your basics are probably going to be taking up the majority of your wardrobe and it's going to make up the majority of your outfits. If you invest in them and you treat them well, it means you're going to have them for years and years and years to come, and you don't have to buy new things each year. So for example, basic black t-shirt, I've got loads of basic t-shirts, basic vests, that sort of thing, and I roll them out every year. I wear them so frequently, and it's definitely been worth me picking something up that's slightly better quality, a little bit more expensive, but it's still not breaking the bank. It's not expensive, it's not designer, but it's a little bit better quality, and I'm thinking about the materials that I'm buying so that I can have more elevated outfits, because not only does it cost you more if you have to buy new basics every single year, it also doesn't look the nicest with your outfits if they kind of wear down very quickly, if they kind of get broken and have holes in very quickly. If you're someone like myself who does care about fashion, does care about style, cares about what they wear, that might be another consideration you have. You genuinely want your products to last longer before you need to replace them, and you want them to look better for longer. So number 5, this one is quite niche, is to make yourself a colour palette. For myself, because I'm so used to my colour palette, I kind of just do it by eye now. I don't really have much of, I could probably put one together of what I buy and what sort of things I actually wear. I could definitely put that together, but it's kind of more of a concept for me. Like, I know what tones do and don't suit me. I know if something's going to be way too warm tone, that's probably not going to suit me. So however good this item might be, if it's just not in a tone that is going to suit me, I will not buy it. I've been known to say no to the most wonderful items on the basis that they're just not the right colour. And I think that's definitely a good thing. I'm very picky with the things I wear, and it helps you to ensure that you're adding things into your wardrobe that do go together. So quite a few colours I wear, so classic, black, white, grey, very classic neutrals. Then I will also wear a kind of cool tone beige as well. I really like chocolate brown, that's a big favourite for me at the moment. Navy blue, I feel like navy blue looks beautiful on quite a lot of people, but navy blue is one of my favourite colours ever, and I feel like it just looks very elevated, and it's not black, but it's still quite a dark colour. So sometimes wearing an outfit with colour can sometimes look very elevated and like you've thought about it quite a lot. The same as wearing a whole black outfit looks a lot more thought out than you thought it was going, than someone might think it is, if that makes sense. If you're interested, I might actually go through my colour palette more, or kind of show you what it actually looks like, because it's very much just a concept. Number 6, again referring to impulse buying, because especially at uni, I was a uni student during COVID, first year of uni, so a lot of impulse buys were made because I had so much time on my hands, and there were just sales all the time because none of the shops were open and everyone just wanted you to buy things. So I would recommend avoiding sales for things unless you already have planned purchases. For me, I'm very much all or nothing. I will just need to avoid them. If you're one of those people that can just look and not be tempted, go for you. Go you. You're everything that I want to be. I'm not the kind of person that is not tempted if I look at sales. I'll think, oh, I'll just have a quick look at the sale, and this isn't going to make me want to buy anything. It will. You'll see the reduced price and you start to think, oh, well, I haven't actually ever wanted this piece. However, it is 50% off, and that's a very good deal. What's a better deal is to actually save your money for something that you want and more of a planned purchase rather than something that you're completely impulse buying that you're probably not going to wear in a few months, or you're probably going to get bored of quite quickly. So definitely avoid sales unless you have planned purchases. If you have a planned purchase and they do a sale, amazing, that's great. That can work that better. But sometimes it is easier just to look at things that are full price, because then at that point, you know, if you're willing to pay full price for an item, you probably actually want it, rather than if you are only wanting to buy the item if it's 50% off, and you would never consider buying the item if it was the full price. Exclusions, of course, are if there's something good quality and you have it planned, absolutely win-win. However, if it's not a very good quality piece, it's a sale that's come out of nowhere, and you've not planned this purchase, I would avoid. So number 7 is another niche one. It's to have other hobbies. So during uni, I very much loved going out and buying new clothes, buying new things. I had part-time jobs alongside uni, and I felt quite a big pressure to kind of keep up with other people, make sure that I wore cool stuff. I recommend having other hobbies, so go to the gym, go to Pilates, paint, draw, read, whatever you want to do, something that you can work on that, you know, is fun and enjoyable for yourself. You don't need to force yourself to do something that you don't like doing. It can be cooking, baking, literally anything you want to do. Just try to do something other than shopping, because I feel like for a lot of us, especially young women, shopping tends to be quite a hobby for us, and I think it's really important to have other hobbies outside of shopping, because not only does it stop you from impulse buying, it also helps you to kind of expand your interests and, you know, feel more fulfilled in different areas rather than feeling fulfilled buying a new top. So that was everything that I've implemented to stop me from just chasing trends and to help build a long-term timeless style and quality wardrobe. If you like this kind of content, please like and follow and subscribe. That would really help me out, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.